Hey, welcome everyone to Mystics Outlook. We got Cardo Dudley Jr. here, Raymond Lyons, Wilson Tarpe Jr. The Washington Mystics fell to the New York Liberty in the season finale, 75-66. Again, if you guys been with us recently, you know there's been a certain theme to the Mystics second half of the season. We've seen this several times. We've been talking about the bench production, how that's been an area where some of the teams, that are going to be playing in the postseason, where that's been an area in which they've taken advantage of Washington. Obviously, that the evergreen thing, the turnovers, it's always a thing. That said, we saw New York kind of get probably as healthy as they've been as of late, trying to get bodies back. I know everyone's not fully operational and up, ready to go in in a great rhythm or whatnot. But we saw them secure this win against the Mystics. We'll start with Cardell and then Ray. Just you guys' thoughts on this one as we saw the Liberty take care of the Mystics 75-66.
At least they took care of turnovers. The turnovers weren't that bad. The Mystics, they only had 10 from what I'm looking at. But they couldn't get stops without fouling. That's another thing. On top of the bench production, which I'm not going to harp on, you already broke that down. They couldn't guard without fouling. They put the Liberty on the line 16 times. Liberty made them pay 15. Meanwhile, they only got to the line 13. They made 7 to 13 from the line. Neither team shot well from deep. The Mystics shot a little better from the field, but the difference in the free throws was literally ended up being the difference in the game because the Mystics woke up in the second half, made it a game. But obviously you can't get back into the game without getting stops, but then they kept putting them on the line. So just more of what's been going on. And when, on top of we talk about, the turnovers with point guard play, and even from the front court, the turnovers, we also talked about how, they don't have enough athleticism to be able to consistently get stops. You know what I mean? And teams take advantage of that, especially when they play teams with big, long, athletic, versatile wings. Like the Sparks always give them trouble. Obviously, the Liberty going to give them trouble. That's all they got. You know what I'm saying? Teams like that really give the Mystics trouble. And, even when the Liberty didn't play their best brand of basketball, like they didn't really play all that well. But it came down to a talent battle, and the Liberty obviously has more, and that ended up being the difference because you get on the free throw line more. That means the other team just can't guard you. You get the shots you want where they can only foul you or whatnot. So, that played a big role. And then, the rebounding battle went to the Liberty 36-29. Too many just little things that the Liberty just won at, and obviously the Liberty. They didn't. I don't think they came in this game just full bore, so to speak. I think they came in here, let's just get the win, walk off of this court healthy, and then we're going to super lock in for the playoffs. I think that was their mission, and they accomplished their mission.
Right.
Yeah, just kind of echoing everything Cardell said. It's just been a constant thing throughout the season where a lot of little things add up to big things, and that's how you lose a game like this. Brought up the free throw discrepancy. Liberty were +8 from the free throw line.
So that just kind of tells you, what the difference in a team like the Liberty and a team like the Mystics is right now. Liberty gearing up for a postseason run. The Mystics are lottery bound. So yeah, man, it's definitely things to address. And I'm sure the team is aware of those things. But yeah, man, it was good to see them fight and kind of get back to it in the second half. But they just have a habit of digging themselves into a hole and then trying to climb out of it, which is not ideal, especially in when you have a team that doesn't really have a solid identity, is trying to find out who they are. But yeah, man, this is it for this season. Just curious to see how they go moving forward.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to add, you guys. Again, we've been talking about some of the same things the last month, last couple of weeks as the season has come to a close. I know there are 11 teams in there already with a few questions. We'll get to some of those. We've been answering some of those end of the season questions as well. But that said, I'm put this up there for the final time this Mystic season.
Emma.
No arguments. No arguments there. And then next factor.
Probably gonna roll with John Quayle, 12-11 and 3. 28 minutes light work.
Like you said, they just need to be healthy to get in there and try to make another run.
Yeah, but they also got to come together, man. They did not finish the second half of the season well at all, man. They went from second seed behind the Lynx to in the middle of the pack. That's a rough road.
I'm anxious to see what I'm about to try to look up the standing to see if they lost home court during this slide at the end of the season too.
I don't know if gotta let the games play. I don't know yet. Well, right now they don't have it. I think they got to play them. Yeah, they on the road to Phoenix.
Yeah, they sitting at 5th right now.
I think that's where they only got one more game, I think. So, yeah. I don't know if they're gonna finish. I don't even know if they're gonna catch the Phoenix. Like Phoenix, because it depends on Phoenix probably only got one more game too. So even if they lose that, I don't think they can catch them. So they're gonna be on the road at Phoenix. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it is. Especially what they've been on. All right, Area 11T, as always, with the consistent comments, we appreciate you. He said, last BTA of the season. Well, so they had some fun end of season questions for you guys. Season MVP.
Ooh, you gonna make me? I'm working on the WNBA awards article right now, story right now. You gonna make me go, but yeah.
Is he asking?
I think he's asking Mystic specific. I think
Mystics or WNBA.
I think he's Mystic specific.
All right, cool. I was about to go into the league. Probably Sonya. You gotta give it to Sonya.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, then most improved for you guys.
The Mystics. You trying to be funny? Probably. No, I'm gonna give it to Shakira because her health. She got through the season. 38 games today, which is big time. She always pretty much either played half or got hurt before you got to the halfway point. She played a lot of games this year, man, and they needed her for it. And keep in mind, I think early in the season she was on like a minutes restriction. She couldn't start, something like that. So, she had a pretty good year for sure. And look, man, what they say, the best ability is availability. She was available, man, and those reps counted. Because now you get more comfortable with the league and knowing what to do and how to prepare and be ready for each and every game. Instead of like you get a little momentum, boom, I'm out. Now you got to ramp up, build that momentum, I'm out. Like that's tough. That can hit your psyche, hit your mental, hit your spirit, and you could just get worn down where you don't ramp up no more, even though you're out there playing. You just you tapped out. So whatever she did in the off season to come into the season healthy and be able to sustain, keep doing it.
Ray, you had another candidate, or you going with Shakira as well?
Yeah, I think it was super important for her to get a healthy season under her belt, even if just from a mental standpoint. And we saw her as she started to kind of get her sea legs under her, just expand her game and do more things. So yeah, I think for that category, I would go with Shakira as well.
Yeah, I'm agree with you guys just because how important it is. Like this year had to mean that much for all the reasons you guys named. This is the longest stretch of play in her professional career we've got to see was this year. because of the start-stop and the injuries. Obviously, it's great for her from a business standpoint that it comes in a contract year. That's wonderful that you're available for 38 to 44 in a contract year. But again, going forward, as you mentioned, Cardell, about hopefully being able to make sure that this is something that's continued where you could routinely be available. Vital piece for what they're trying to do here. So I think next you had most surprising player. I think you had.
Man, most surprising player. It's just the play of the rookies. You didn't expect them to come in and be all-stars. I think that was the most surprising out of the roster. You just know you hoping that it could come in and make an impact. They came in with all-stars in their first year. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like that was a shock. That doesn't happen. Like think about what they did. Like it's some all-time great players in basketball, WNBA and NBA. They didn't make all-stars in their rookie year. Hell, LeBron didn't even make the all-star game in his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand what's going on. It's just man. That's when you know, like, they're different, man. And you know you got two pieces at least. I'm gonna put Shakira in there, but to a lesser extent, because she didn't come in kicking ass like how they were. You know you got pieces right now that you could build around. All right, we good here. Let's just build around them and fill out this roster. And that's the key, man. So, I think it's just that's what was surprising to me as far as the message.
Yeah, and to piggyback on what you said is obviously you make an all-star team. It's huge, not one, but two of them. And then think about the franchise records they took down. We've heard Shamika Lowell's name so much this season. Obviously, would love to hear it more, but there's a reason we heard her name so much this season because they both respectively on their own in different categories have they were that impactful this season. They were that freaking impactful. With Kiki with the 16 double doubles. I think Sonya the most points by rookie in franchise history. You got her passing. She passed Caitlin Clark's record. I think 35 last year of most games in a rookie year with at least 10 points, I believe. That's what it was. So I mean, that's again, I know you said a little bit later, they both had historic rookie seasons, not flashes, but cemented these rookie seasons that go down in franchise history. That's you don't expect that.
And part of it is my bad. And part of it is that they extended the season, so they got to score more rebound. You always got to add that to the equation. But hey, they were able to get through the games, so that they deserved it. But yeah, previous players couldn't. They didn't have the same amount of games.
No, I think it's a great point. Ray, do you have anything you wanted to add to that?
No, man. Their work speaks for itself. Like Cardell said, nobody expected this. I thought they both would be good pros, just based on their skill sets and what they were able to do at the college level. But yeah, definitely didn't expect them to hit the ground running like this.
And then just kind of tying in with that was what are you guys most excited for next season? I feel like you guys have answered this kind of indirectly the past couple of shows, talking about the roster construction and some of the potential targets that are drafted and whatnot. But is there anything you guys wanted to add there?
Georgia getting healthy. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm excited. I want to see what she do. She matched what they brought. Yeah, it's on. It's on. It's on.
She matches. That's a historic class for a franchise.
Because I mean, I know they were older, but they were still rookies. Houston Comets, Cheryl, Tina, Cynthia. Like that's the class of rookie classes just coming in and beating the shit.
That's when the rookie. Hey, they were the rookie class that brought the belts. Nah.
Man, all-star MVP, all WNBA, and the chip. That's it. We sweeping all this. We sweeping everything.
What do y'all think was the best win and worst loss of the season?
Yeah, worst loss, that damn Dream game. Here, 89-56 early in the season. And then they beat Minnesota early in the season as well.
Mhm.
I think that was the best one. Here, 68-64, I think that was the best win, but that loss to the Dream, yeah, that was like, yeah, what you say about the ass, my man? Yeah. Whew, Alicia Gray in that damn game. Whew. Yeah, we ain't even gonna go back down that road.
I love the year that she had. Ray, did you were on board with those that win and loss, or you had a different loss or a different win for you?
Definitely Minnesota was the best win because I think Slim was out that game too. So just and Fee was out for Minnesota, but that's the Mystics without their best player and the Lynx without their best player, you still expect the Lynx to come out on top. And the Lynx were kind of ramping up to what we saw them become throughout the season during that time too. So I think that was definitely the best win. And yeah, that Atlanta loss was bad, but those back-to-back Connecticut losses were unacceptable.
Yeah. And by the way, Alicia Gray, I knew she went off. Yeah, I forgot. 32, 5 and 4, 3 steals, 10 or 14 from the field. Yeah, that's what dog. It was bad, bro. Yeah, Powell came off the bench, had 16 and 5 on 6. Yeah,
that's the one. Yep.
It was bad. It was bad.
Because it didn't stop.
It was bad.
It was one continuous bad night. I know you guys touched on this a little bit too, but what do y'all want to see from the core players going forward? You guys kind of touched on who the core players are, who they plan to build around. I know you guys talked about, I think maybe last year or within the last 3 shows, about the improvements you guys wanted to see, respectively, from Sonia, Kiki. I think she carried that point, but
playmaking, being more efficient playmakers. Can't keep turning the ball over. And a lot of times when the team had a lot of high turnovers, even though those were the best players, on the team, they had most of it. And I get it. You could say, yeah, because they had the ball the most. No excuse. You can't turn the ball over 5+, 6+ times. With multiple players at that, like that's hard, man. And this is the W, man. This is the highest level professional basketball for the ladies, man. They're gonna make you pay. That's how you lose the back-to-back games to Connecticut, man. So they got to clean that up, get their playmaking better, be able to make the right reads. Because once they do that, and they're not turning the ball over. Think about those possessions where the other team got the turnover and scored. Now those are points going back to the Mystics. Mystics are in the playoffs now. It's a whole different season. We talking about the playoffs now. It's that simple.
A totally different season. Lastly, without a season went, who do y'all think this team truly is considering they're still working on rebuilding?
As far as the draft or free agency, because free agency is too.
Okay.
If you're talking about the draft, like we said, Georgia's coming back, but you just got bit off depth. You know what I mean? People that can back up Georgia, because technically she's still gonna be a rookie. She hasn't played yet. You can take the pressure off Sonia and Kiki. Shakira gonna be down there, take the pressure off her, because obviously, like Shakira honestly carried a tough load, because no disrespect to Dawson, like it's just she can't move. So like Shakira, actually, if you look at her defensive rate, I think she's top 6 in the league. I don't know what it's gonna be after that. Last time I checked before tonight's game, she's top 6 in the league in the defensive rate. Like she's getting it done, and she should. She's super athletic. She's 6'5", active and block shots, but she can move, man. She can get out there and stay with guards and stuff like that. She can cover a lot of ground. That's what makes her special. That's why I'm like, that trio, that's what you build around. But she needs a breather every now and then too. Mm-hmm. And get a big. It's gonna be bigs in the draft. Get somebody that can bang. Like you don't really need somebody that can move as well, but somebody that can deal with the monsters, because that's what Shakira kind of struggles with at times. Like bigs with bulk that can bang her and neutralize her athleticism and left like Aaliyah. Age is just a different animal, and ain't nothing you're gonna really be able to do about that. But bigs like that. You know what I'm saying? So, because you can have the long, athletic, wiry type bigs, but you get a big with power that can put their chest to their midsection, knock them back. All that vertical stuff don't matter when you going back and they going up. So that's how they win. You know what I mean? So just adding depth, man. That takes time. They hit on this rookie class. That should give everyone confidence going into the draft with this regime. Jamila and obviously the coaching staff, that they can do it again. Now they've been together. They know what the team is. They know exactly who to look for. I expect them to have another strong draft class, man, especially having 3 first-round picks. So they hit on those draft picks with what you got. Come on, man. They in business. You in business. It's as simple as that. It's no different than Golden State. That's basically what they did. They had a whole bunch of picks, and they hit on all of them, even ones from foreigners and stuff that we ain't hear about. They came over here and put in work, and look where they at. So, you got to hit. You got to hit in the draft, and then other players will want to come play with you.
Yeah, like you said, they got 3 ones this year. They got 6 total. We've all talked about the depth they need to add, especially get you a bench that can rumble with other teams' benches. So you got a great opportunity. And mind you, none of the 6 that you draft, none of them need to replicate what Kiki or Sonya did. That's the luxury you have. You just got to come in and fit in. Now, if you can replicate it, that's great. But, honestly, you kind of low-key got your 2 grand slams. So, everyone else is roster construction. Build a solid team. You got a great opportunity with 6 picks. It'd be kind of cheap. And like you said, you might have to go to a free agency to overpay a little bit. But if damn near everybody's on a rookie deal, hey, man. Hey. Also, Cardell, you mentioned, Ray, you talked about it too. Like, your selling point is you got 2 young all-stars going into year 2.
And I think the league respects them, because you can see after the game how other teams, veterans, come and holler at them and stuff like that. Like, they know, like, yeah, all right, y'all coming. Y'all going to be a problem. So once you got horses that you can build around and stuff like that, it's just a matter of adding the right pieces. And also adding the right pieces with the right attitude that'll come in. Look, I'm cool with just playing my role. You can't add, like, think about it. They're going to get some good players in the draft, or at least have a chance to get some good players in the draft. You can't have players come in with the ego. You know what I mean? Like, coming in. I used to give Georgia buckets back in college. Man, after that, I'm coming to my team. Or Kiki, she couldn't guard me. You can't be on that type of time, man. Come in, and I'm just going to add to the situation and let the play dictate what happens moving forward, man. So, yeah, you got to draft the right type of people as well. Shakira 99.4. So she's 7th in the league in defensive rating. I'm trying to reiterate it, how dominant she's been.
And like you said, having another, because of Steph's age and what she is, and again, never been super athletic to that standpoint, but in terms of what she brings, the size she brings, the girth she brings, you need somebody in that role. Just obviously
Brianna Jones. The Brianna in the East, you got to deal with that, man. It is what it is.
I had to deal with bets coming in next year too. You got big bodies you got to deal with. That's it. Just appreciate y'all work all season on here. Appreciate you as well. Ray, how do you think the Mystics will improve next year as they have a healthy PG in Georgia?
I mean, Georgia's still a question mark at this point, so you just got to see what she looks like. If she comes in and is able to do anything close to what she did in college, then we in a good spot. Like Cardell said, need somebody to manage the game and settle things down. A big part of what ailed them this season is when things just kind of get out of whack is nobody to set the table and just kind of reel everybody in. Then it just they're just playing loose basketball, and that's why they'll be rolling, and then the offense gets kind of janky, and they can't run anything solid, and that's when they're just in a tailspin, and that's when teams kind of those are what gives us though that Wilson you talk about a lot, that one quarter every game where stuff just goes off the rails. A steady hand at the point guard spot would quell a lot of that. So yeah, we just got to see what she looks like, and then go from there.
And yeah, I know we mentioned it before. The great thing for her is her fellow counterparts. They got off to such a great start. You just come in and manage it. You know, Cardell, you touched on it before. Just come in and manage it. Like you don't need to be you that we saw in college immediately. They need this part of you right now. The rest can catch up, but they need that part immediately. Like you said, a steady hand goes a long way. We've seen this thing get thrown off track, and it takes a while before it gets back on track again. In some games, you guys mentioned when we got asked about the worst losses. When it doesn't get back on track, that's it. That snowball keeps going downhill, getting worse and worse and worse. So, yeah.
Absolutely, man. She averaged 19 and basically 7 assists her senior year. She was the most efficient scorer, but for those of you that don't know what she can do, you about to see. She's super talented. That's what I mean. Somebody that just understands how to play. Understands the situation, understands time management, understand who needs a shot, understands when they need a shot and where they need a shot. You know what I mean? Like we saw a lot of times, point guard play, we saw a lot of times where players would just throw up some wild stuff trying to make something happen when the offense was stagnant or when they didn't get the ball where they wanted it. You know what I mean? And that's as bad as a turnover. So with her, you count on her to kind of calm that down, as you see with the handles and that three. She got a little flair in the game as well. With the breakdown. So that pick and roll with Shakira and Kiki gonna be nice. You know what I mean? So, come on, man. Look, happy feet. Come on, dog. Side step three. Hey, man. Like she got some stuff with her. Don't get it twisted, man. But again, the W is a different animal. Like that center she just broke down. That's Asia Wilson. That's Brianna Stewart. That's it gets real. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That's a Wumake, John Quayle is Alyssa Thomas, and Alyssa Thomas gonna be trying to strap up. She's gonna be trying to bump up. You too small for all that. I'm not going for none of that. You know what I mean? So yeah, but you can see she got the skill set, she got the tools, man. She just stay healthy and just come in and do what she do. And the beautiful part is she don't gotta do everything. She don't. You going through Sonya, Kiki, and Shakira, and just make their lives easier, and then they make your life easy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you get to throw the ball in the post, and again, it's another shooter on the floor too. Ball going to post, come back out. It's another Georgia with the type of damage they did in the paint this year. Chances are you get a couple quality open looks. Area 11T at the buzzer. Do you think they go after names like Flaugier or Chloe with coach saying they want to add shooting to this team?
Yep. We was talking about that mock draft. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked. Why not? And I think Flaw J, she got the attitude yeah, I'm a winner though. I'm coming in and need that. Like that spark in the locker room. Like if y'all ain't with it, I met y'all next in practice. Like I know what you're thinking. I'm not used to being a role player. You know what I mean? Like I know y'all did y'all thing, but I'm about to do my thing too. So it keeps you on your toes, on your edge, but I also know she's know how to be a team player as well. We don't know who's going to be drafted, obviously. The Mystics might be able to trade and get a nice free agent. We don't know. It's a lot to be, forecasting when we as we move on. But, if they keep their picture, they got a shot, man. And, yeah, I would like her, just like, Olivia. You get a shot at her. Like, that first round going to be nice. So, You know, it's a lot of ways they can go. But yeah, Flojo, I love her attitude and stuff, and and I think she'll fit well with the DC community.
Absolutely.
She'll fit well with us, man. So
Like a glove.
yeah,
For sure. Also, Cardo answers the athlete thing. You know, we want more athleticism on a perimeter. She checks a lot of boxes.
Mhm.
We just gotta keep her away from certain people, man. They're gonna try bringing that DC nightlife, man. Nah, dog. Nah. That DC nightlife undefeated too.
And sure is. But not like that's a luxury right now. Anybody that makes a mistake, whatever falls to you, you know, we have no idea where they're gonna pick, as Cardo mentioned. Like you got the luxury of just whatever's left, you just get to add. And nobody has to come here and be a superhero. And you got the luxury from last year. Think about the players that were projected to go in last year's draft that moved to this year. And which means some of the teams that like you just brought up Olivia. Olivia went in last year's draft, this probably gets drafted a certain slot. This year, one of the teams say they end up back in the lottery, have a chance at Olivia. Maybe they decline because they feel like they filled that the previous year. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I would love that.
Just real quick, that mock is staying packed. So 4th, as it is now, Flo J. Johnson. 8th, Chloe Kitts from South Carolina, and then 11th, Kiki Rice from UCLA. There you go. That's
Cooking with grease, man.
Hey man, if they hit on that, you got look, not a word from me. I'm winner. Like just people who don't want to lose, bring them all in, man.
And they're versatile. You can plug them in with different lineups. They can play different positions, man. You can play that. Let's say that stands pat. Like Kiki and Georgia could be in the backcourt for you. And now you got 2 point guards running and everything. So if that happens, I'm like, man, turnovers better be single digits. I don't want to see it. If it get above double digits, I'm cutting off the game, dog. Y'all ain't hooping. Come on, dog.
But again, like if that is what ends up happening, they end up being the type of team we're talking about. We're talking about that closes the gap on what other teams have done to them, where people have depth, the athleticism on the perimeter, the size that they would have. Like it turns them into, you know, one of the type of teams we've been talking about all year.
Yeah, and Olivia's picked to go 3rd to Seattle, so it's a chance it's either her or Flo J in that 3rd. Because
either way,
we pretty much know Bet's probably gonna be number 1.
Yep.
Then you got AZ, you know, probably in that mix as well. So there's Olivia and Flo. See what I'm saying? So
it's gonna be hard for them to go wrong.
That's Flo J, dog, or Olivia, either one.
Man.
Either one.
Again, I would find it hard pressed for anybody to be upset. However that shakes out, it's a premium talent. They need it. But again, we appreciate everyone. It's been riding with all Mystics season. We'll check in with you guys. Obviously, you got Wizards in a couple of weeks, but from the Mystics standpoint, anything that happens throughout the year, we'll pop back on here for Mystics Outlook. And obviously, fast forward to the future. Look forward to talk to you guys during the draft lottery when we find out where everybody, go ahead, Gerdo.
We're on one last thing. Flo J shot 38% from deep last year. Olivia shot 40%. There you go.
Hard pressed to go wrong, man. I love both of those numbers. Size, athleticism, playmaking,
defense.
Man, just dogs. I'm cool. No issue. But again, we appreciate you all, and we'll check in with y'all very soon.